We're here with Penn State men's volleyball head coach Mark Pavlik. Coach, we're a little bit more than halfway through your season right now. Got a lot of EIVA play and a couple of other teams you've seen. Been on the road lately. How's that been for the team?
Oh, after the spring break trip into St. Francis, we've got 2 more weekends of road matches, EIVA road matches. So I think the team was a little bit weary coming back from the spring break trip, and just an easy trip over the mountain this past weekend on Saturday to St. Francis. They're responding well. I think they're looking at the spring break is here, kind of signifies the stretch run is about to begin. I think our magic number is somewhere around 5. I think five, the combination of 5 Penn State wins or 5 losses by the second place team, and we're going to be in good shape. So be able to host again, and I think that's what we're looking at. That's what, with the Rutgers, Newark, and New Jersey Tech matches coming up this weekend, that's another step in that direction. And the following weekend, Princeton and George Mason, and then we're home the weekend after that with Harvard and Sacred Heart. So these 3 weekends kind of, in our minds, are the big steps to take to make sure we win the EIVA, to host the EIVA semis and finals here. So these next 6 matches are going to be big matches for us.
And like you said at the beginning, in the middle, and a couple weeks ago, for your season, the EIVA is something that you expect the team to win and you expect to dominate. Is that still the case now, this point in the season?
I think the standards have been set. The guys know what's expected of them. We certainly don't talk about dominating, and because I think that leads to the opportunity for a team to underestimate and under-respect your opponent. And I think in the EIVA, especially when you go on the road, you never know what can happen. And do we expect to win? Yes. Are we going to work hard in practice gym to make sure that's what happens and puts us in the best situation to make sure that we're aware of what we're facing and what we've got to do? Yes. But right now, to sit here and tell the guys, okay, we've got 6 EIVA matches and kind of infer that there's 6 wins, I think is a little disingenuous on my part. I think what we do is we tell the guys, look, here's what we've got to do to get to the part of the season that we want to be in the most, the NCAA championships. We got to get through the EIVA, and to do that, we want to make sure we host. So the next 3 weeks are going to be big ones for us.
And the way your team comes out against different opponents like the EIVA versus teams you've played like Pepperdine and USC in the latter weeks, how does your team stay on an even keel against both types of teams, both genres of teams? How do you see them adjusting from one to the other?
Well, I think it really, that's a great question. And it really boils down to the fact that once the ball's on our side of the net, there's nothing that the other team can do to stop us or to help us. And we've got to look at it that once a ball is on our side of the net, everything we do to touch it, we can control. Sometimes the physicality of how fast that ball is on the net, the physicality of preventing us from attacking certain parts of the court is just greater with certain teams. But that doesn't mean you change what you do or you change your approach. And I think that's what our guys have been real good at. And that's why I don't think you see big swings of emotion or big swings of where we blow people out and then we get blown out. I think that they're very stable because they're very confident about what they do on our side of the net.
And take us off the court for a second. How is your team as far as a college student male standpoint going? How are they meshing? How are you seeing your team, cooperating on and off the court?
Well, they seem to be tight off the court. On the court, that's reflected in the locker room, especially this time of the year. Now it's spring has sprung, and not only is the grass getting greener and the trees starting to bud and everything's starting to get colorful. It's warm outside, so everybody's in shorts and flip-flops, and the guys want to be out there instead of the gym. But I think what I'm seeing is they're handling that pretty well too. This time of year, I think, is always kind of one that the excitement starts to build because they can walk out of the gym at 6 o'clock at night and still have the sun up and still can enjoy the weather. So I think it's a combination of things. They're looking forward to the stretch run. It's not too far away. I think we have 9 matches left in the regular season. We're into single digits of matches left. They're looking at March saying, geez, 70 degrees in March is great. It's just upbeat right now, and I think that's the way the coaching staff feels. We've done good things as a team, and this group has done good things together as a group, so it should be a fun last 7 weeks.
Well, we will look forward to the end of the season. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Kels.